We just celebrated 20 years of new relationship between American UUs and Transylvanian Unitarians, and it is still amazing to find out that how many people feel that their life has been transformed by the pilgrimages they made here to Transylvania. I remember when it started in 1990, I myself looked at it like at a simple tourism, to go to an exotic place and, you know, to see some interesting people there and then go home and, you know, put the pictures in an album and that's all. But I found many people who had emotional outbursts, if I can say, crying in the citadel of Deva at the grave of Dávid Ferenc, or being touched by the feeling they experienced in a church setting. And slowly I realized that for many people, this is not tourism, it is a pilgrimage. Going back to the roots, going back to experience the first and still, I would say, romantic Unitarian feeling.
I think these pilgrimages offer a very good possibility to get to know each other, and also to realize that not everybody in the world thinks like you think or lives like you live, and which is not a problem once you realize that they have different life circumstances, and if you get to understand, and if you get to understand each other, then we will be more able to work together.
Mi is érezzük, hogy nem csak itt vagyunk Erdélyben, egy kicsi helyen, ahol unitáriusok vagyunk, hanem vannak a világban még unitáriusok, jó sokan, úgy néz ki, jó sokan.
It's good for many of our pilgrims to go to villages and learn about our history. Some of our Unitarian villages are a couple hundred years old, and tradition is well kept. It's not the same mundane life we have here in cities. Modernism is not something accepted yet in the village, so people have their own horse wagons, they go out to the fields, they have a very simple and joyful life, working very hard and praying to their one God each Sunday, dressing up in their old traditional costumes. And I think this is the time to visit them until we still keep this tradition.
Places like Kolozsvár, where Dávid Ferenc worked, places like Deva, places like Torda, where the Edict of Tolerance happened, have a different and have a meaningful influence on the people. And I am still amazed by those friends who come back for their 10th and 15th time, because they still need that kind of inspiration they find in a local church in a small village.
If people want to deepen their own roots, they can learn about Transylvania. They can come here and see that people's simple life, their simple prayers, their daily routine is sometimes richer than being in a very modern cosmopolitan city and following all kinds of new waves in life.
This is what influences a lot those pilgrims who come here, to see that very strong connection which you can see in the different communities, where the old ladies wearing black national costumes, for example, emanate that kind of sacredness.
Many of UU pilgrims who I met, they told me that it was a life-changing experience to go home, and some of them are still coming back to the villages, and they continue their relationship with the families, with the hosts who they met for the first time. And I think it's a good program to see Unitarian congregations being partners with Transylvanian villages, cities, congregations here.
And for us, for Transylvanian, it is the right moment to get together with the Americans again, because in our decades of isolation, we became very traditional, even conservative. As we say it many times, we put ourselves on the survival mode,